Hey everyone, in this video I want to show you around Calendly, which is one of the tools that I use pretty much every single day. Even when I don't know it, I'm using Calendly to save me time and just back and forth with different colleagues and partners and customers. And so today I want to share this tool with you, how you can use it and some of the things inside it. If you're not using Calendly yet, definitely recommend it. There's going to be a link down below in the description if you want to follow along this tutorial and just check out Calendly for yourself. Full disclosure, it is an affiliate link, so if you do use it and upgrade to a paid Calendly account, then you'll be supporting this channel. All right, so let me share my screen here and you're going to see how I use Calendly, how I've got Calendly set up, and hopefully if you have any questions, let me know in the comments as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. So Calendly, for those of you that aren't familiar with Calendly or haven't heard about it yet, it's a hub, as they say here on their website. It's a hub for scheduling meetings efficiently. It eliminates all of the back and forth emails and all the DMs. If you're like me, you used to do that, DM people and partners and prospects with, hey, date and time for a call or a meeting or a collaboration or a live stream collaboration or podcast interview. You're doing a lot of back and forth, and that has been completely eliminated now. So this is their website, their homepage right here. This is actually my Calendly page, and so I have a unique URL that has, right now it has one public event, so people can schedule into my podcast. So this is how I schedule my podcast interviews. So if I have a guest, I send them this link and then they can go and find a time that works for them right here. You can see the calendar and then now they see the time. This is what your users, I guess, or your partners and customers will see if they are going to schedule a time to talk to you or book a meeting with you. This is what they would see. Very user friendly. So right now I'm going to pick a date and then it shows the time right here. You can see that. And then as they do that, click confirm. And now it's going to ask them for the information that I want to get from them. So you can add more fields here, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second, but you can add more fields here as you want or as little as you want. All right, so we're going to go back here. This is again the home page. Again, the link is down below. If you guys want to check out Calendly, the link is down below, and you will get a 14-day free trial on any of their paid plans through that link as well. All right. Okay, so let's go into here and we're going to go into my account. And so I'm going to go back one step here. And this is what I see in my dashboard inside of Calendly when I log in. And so you'll see my event types. So these are my different types of events. So you'll see that I have a few of them. Some of them are for TubeBuddy. Some of them are for me. This is my own personal Calendly account. And so I use them for both just to make it really easy for me to use. All right. So you'll see that I have my podcast recording here and some different TubeBuddy Calendly events that I share with different partners and colleagues to schedule time with me here. All right. I can also then see all of my scheduled events. So if I wanted to, I can see all of my different scheduled events right here. There's also workflows on higher plans. So you can set up a workflow, and we can dig into that a little bit more in future videos, but this is much more advanced usage of Calendly. So this really saves you a bunch of time. So think of Zapier. If you're familiar with Zapier, Zapier is another productivity tool that lets you do a bunch of things and automate a bunch of tasks. Once something happens, it triggers another task and so on and so on. All right, so that's what workflows are. You can also click on availability here on the top and you can set your availability. Now with Calendly, you can set it up so that it's connected and synced up with your calendar. So you can connect it to your Outlook calendar. You can connect it to your Google Calendar if you like. And basically it pulls in, Calendly will then see if those times are available. All right. And so if it's not available, then it won't show as available for people that want to book a call or a meeting with you. It only shows the times that you're already available. All right. So let's go back into my screen here. Okay, so you can set your availability across the board for all of your different events on Calendly, or I'll show you in just a second. You can also set specific availability for each event as well. For example, if you only want to do live streams on a specific time and day each week, you can also set that up as well. All right. Now, Calendly, the beautiful thing about Calendly is that it's your hub for organizing all of your meetings and events and all those things. And so it actually integrates with a bunch of other platforms. There is a Chrome extension, which I'll go into in another video. I use that on a daily basis. You'll see that right here. This on the top right of my screen, there's that blue C icon. That is the Chrome extension. All right, so if I click on that, it opens up a bunch of my different events. One quick click and I can copy a link to my podcast recording and send that off into a DM to somebody, or I can send that as an email to somebody as well. All right. There's also integrations with Salesforce, HubSpot, MailChimp, Zoom, Teams, Google Meet, GoToMeeting, Slack, which I think almost half the world uses now, PayPal, all of those things. Okay. There's also, for those that don't have integrations here, you can also check out Zapier. Zapier may have the integration available for you, or for more advanced users, there's also APIs and webhooks that are available as well. All right, and you can see here at the bottom that if you don't see an integration you're looking for, let them know. All right, so they're very open to hearing which ones that you would like them to integrate with. Okay, now you're probably wondering, why is PayPal and Stripe here? Why is PayPal and Stripe here? Now, this is the beautiful thing. If you are a remote worker, if you're a freelancer and you take payments, right? You want to, you do coaching calls perhaps, or you do consulting. I'm gonna open this up here, this podcast recording, and let's pretend this is my coaching call calendar. So this is what I would send to a potential client who wants to do a coaching call with me for a fee. All right, so wants to pay me for a coaching call. I would go in here, I would edit this, and you can see at the very bottom, it says collect payments. Now, what this does is basically I can connect my Stripe or PayPal account to Calendly, and now before anybody can book a call with me through this particular calendar, they have to pay me first, and I set the price. All right, and you don't have to pay Calendly a fee for this or anything like that. This is only a fee for Stripe or PayPal that you would pay. All right, so you can set here that you don't want to collect any payments for this particular event, or you can set it that you have to get paid through Stripe or also PayPal, so you can offer both payment options as well. All right, now that is on the paid plan. So again, if you want, you can test that out using the link down below in the description. There is a link to Calendly to test it out for 14 days for free, and you can use this feature. And so there you have it. All right, so I am on the paid plan, not quite the pro plan, but that is the plan that you would need. All right, at the moment I'm not using it to accept payments. I'm not using Calendly to accept payments or anything, so I'm not using that particular feature, but maybe that's for you. All right, and you may be like, oh my gosh, yes, that's going to save me so much time, going back and forth with clients, telling them my availability. Now, here's the thing. It's one thing to book a call and to schedule a call. It's another thing when you get that cancellation. So if you've had that cancellation by somebody, let me know in the chat, let me know in the comments, and let me know that, yes, that has happened to you. If it hasn't, I'm very surprised because it happens to everyone. People cancel calls last minute. Now, rather than dealing with that cancellation and rescheduling all over again, back and forth here sometimes, Thursday at 2 p.m. or Monday at 10 a.m., what works better for you? Okay, let me check back and forth, and it's going to take up so much time. Now, the little 5 minutes here and there all add up. All right. Now, Calendly has solved that for me 100%, right? And this is how. So when somebody cancels, first of all, there's a notification. There's a reminder. So I can set a reminder here so that basically I can set a reminder that every, for every call, whether it's 24 hours before, 12 hours before the call, it will send a reminder to that person. Hey, you have a call with Rob at, in 2 hours. You have a call with Rob in 12 hours, right? And it's there already. Now it also adds that call event, that meeting, that event into my calendar, because remember, the calendar is all synced up through Calendly. So it adds that event to my calendar and also adds the event to the person that I'm going to be meeting with to their calendar. All right. So we're both on the same page. Transparency is key. And so you can see like, hey, this is the time of the call. And this is especially important because now we are always talking to people in different time zones, right? We're remote workers, so our team members are in different time zones, our customers, prospects are in different time zones. And so this syncs up with their time zone. So they can actually look at the calendar based on their time zone, local time, and it makes it easier for them to understand rather than you trying to, convert the time to their time and, okay, they're in Sydney, I am in London, what's the time zone, what's better? Here's my calendar, find a time that works for you. All right, so again, taking out all of these little things that you need to worry about every single day with your scheduling. All right, so once somebody cancels though, because it's a reminder and somebody will be if I have a call with you tomorrow, it could send me a reminder today. And then I could be like, oh my gosh, you know what? I actually can't make that call. So now rather than telling you I can't make that call, what's another time that works for you, I can actually click on cancel and automatically it will bring me back to your calendar and I can find a new time to reschedule the call. And you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to email me with your availability. Calendly will do it all for you. Again, such a time saver, huge time saver there. Okay, so that is Calendly there. Now I can also ask a bunch of different questions. I can add more questions. There are one-line questions, right? Multiple lines if I want a bit of a paragraph, questions like, hey, what do you expect to get as an outcome of this event, of this meeting? I can give radio buttons or check boxes. I can also ask for phone numbers if I want to. And the nice thing about this is I can also add an autoresponder. That autoresponder will have the link to perhaps my Zoom link or my Teams link or the link that I want them to go to for the call. Now, a quick tip here, if you are doing this to book your live streams or collaborations, or perhaps a podcast interview, if you're a freelancer, if you're a remote worker and you have a piece of content that you want them to join you in, and maybe you have a questionnaire, right? You can also add that to the autoresponder and say, hey, thank you for scheduling the call with me. Here's the next step. Now I want you to make sure that you fill out this form so that we are ahead of the game and we can make the most of the time that we have together on that call in that meeting. All right, so that's a little quick tip for you guys. If you guys are using Calendly, automate as much as you possibly can. That's gonna change the game for you. All right, that's gonna free up so much time for you. All right, so there you have it. That's a quick little tour of Calendly. I'm gonna go back here and just show you around. There are some other things here that we can get into, but I wanna make sure that I just give you a quick little overview tour of Calendly. We're gonna be diving into some more very specific videos on tutorials inside of specific features of Calendly and different things that you can do with Calendly that you may not actually realize, and hopefully it's going to save you a bunch of time. And again, if you are not using Calendly yet, if you want to test this out, there is a link down below in the description, and it's going to give you a 14-day free trial on Calendly, and you can do that right away. I don't even think they want you to put in a credit card or anything like that. You're all set. And so hopefully that's been really helpful for you. If you have any questions, I want to create more tutorials and videos around Calendly. So let me know in the comments. I always say chat, but in the comments, let me know what questions you have, and I'll make sure I create some content around that to answer and help you with that. If there's any other tools as well that you find helpful working remotely, let me know in the chat as well. Definitely going to be creating more tutorials around those tools specifically for remote workers. And so if that's you, make sure you say hi, leave a comment, let me know what other tools you would like, and we'll see you there. All right.